YouTube, what a YouTube daily output. I am your host, Drede. And man, I got my tooth knocked out this past weekend and I talk with a list, but I'm gonna try to make it through, put this video out. So, images you're seeing right now is of a Jacksonville, Florida person. Before we get into the video, let's look into the article a little bit. Jacksonville Sheriff says body camera video shows officers were justified in beating suspect. The Florida Sheriff released body cam video Monday that he says shows his officers were justified when he repeatedly punched, elbowed, and knee drug suspect who appeared to resist arrest even after being zapped with a stun gun and pinned to the ground. The suspect's attorney, meanwhile, is calling for a federal investigation of Jacksonville's Sheriff's Office and accused Sheriff T.K. Waters of a cover-up. Friday's arrest of Lakean Woods drew national attention after the release of a passerby's cell phone video showing officers beating him up and appearing to slam his face first onto the ground after he was handcuffed. Waters and Mike Shell, his assistant chief of public accountability, told a news conference that the officers knew Woods had once been accused of murder, was on probation for armed robbery, and had been connected to firearms and drug trafficking when they gave chase to him on Friday after a traffic stop. Mugshots taken after Woods' arrest shows him with both the eyes swollen shut and bruises and cuts on his face. There was force used by arresting officers, and yes, the force is ugly. But the reality is that all violence is ugly, Waters said. But just because force is ugly does not mean it is unlawful or contrary to policy. He said all the officers remain on the street where they belong. Woods is charged with resisting arrest with violence, armed trafficking, and cocaine and methamphetamine and other felonies. Harry Daniels, Woods' attorney, said he will petition the U.S. Justice Department to investigate his client's beating. It's unfortunate that sheriff believes the beating of an unarmed man is justified, Daniels said. It is obvious that he is complicit and enabler of clear misconduct by his officers. It is not surprising that the sheriff's office didn't find any misconduct because they investigate themselves. Alright, let's check out the video.
On Friday, Jacksonville Sheriff's officers pulled over this truck after conducting surveillance in the area of Toledo Road and Powers Avenue. The officer is holding them in the truck at gunpoint. The driver and passenger comply with officers' orders, but Lakean Woods gets out and starts to run, and an officer chases after him.
I'm gonna tase you! I'm gonna tase you!
Woods trips multiple times as he is running from the officer, who deploys the taser.
Get on the ground!
Woods is tased and falls forward. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says this impact caused bleeding and swelling to Woods' face. As Woods resists,
with all that adrenaline going and a taser being deployed, I'd be scared I'd have a heart attack if that was me in that situation. But let's continue.
Another officer comes to help. He repeatedly knees Woods in the upper body. Jackson Sheriff's Office Chief of Professional Standards, Mike Shell, says Woods was resisting and the officer used force to gain control.
Give it a hand! Give it a hand!
One officer holds Woods' head down while another attempts to handcuff him. The officer then flips Woods over and strikes him repeatedly. Woods, visibly bloody, still resists, and another officer elbows him in the face. Sheriff T.K. Waters says officers did use force against Woods, but says they act appropriately within department policy.
All force, all violence is ugly. And just because force is ugly does not mean it is unlawful or contrary to policy.
But Sheriff Waters says the cell phone video taken of Woods' arrest by someone nearby was intentionally altered to imply one of the responding officers kicked Woods as he was handcuffed. He says this is not what happened.
It looked like he was either stretching or he heard it. So we did this for a couple of times, and then he turned around. When he turned around, he just did this, and it looks like the video was reversed to make it appear he had kicked the individual.
This is the mugshot of 24-year-old Lakean Woods after he was arrested Friday. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says he is affiliated with a local undocumented group connected with violent crimes. Woods is on felony probation for a prior armed robbery.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated.
I condone necessary force when it's, or excessive force when it's necessary, but at that situation they had the guy pinned down, and after being tased like that, I'm pretty sure his body's still in shock, and I don't know if he was thinking clearly. I've never been tased. Well, yeah, I have. I've been tased before through when I was in the military. I was tased, but nothing criminally. But I could say that once you get tased, you get kind of shell shocked, and it might alter your mind a little bit, and his body still could have been stiff, muscle spasms and that nature, but they clearly had the guy in possession, but all that extra stuff, I don't think it was necessary. But I don't know. Y'all think it was excessive? Let me know your thoughts, opinions. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share. Daily Output, I'm Dre. Y'all have a good one.